Tata Motors first launched the Tiago in the Indian car market back around 5 years ago. And in this time period, the company has sold around 3 lakh units of the car. Whether it's its reliable performance or its affordable pricing, whatever the reason, the Tiago has been quite a success story for Tata, but its looks have been tad boring of late. And that is where Tata Motors has stepped up the game and launched the Tiago NRG in the Indian car market. NRG is for energy, and therefore Tata Motors is targeting the millennial buyer with this car right here. I'm Shubhadeep, you're watching HT Auto, and this is the first walk around, first impression video of the new Tiago NRG. Tata Motors is underlining the fact that this car right here is a tough off-roader. We can't drive the car just yet to test that out, but to look at, this car surely looks more aggressive than the regular Tiago. Now, how that is possible is the generous use of black colors on the grille, on the cladding here. There is silver right here, and it's got that sharp angular look that the Tiago has anyway had to have a very mean front face. Yes, Tiago isn't synonymous with mean, but the color scheme here and the way the car's been designed up front and been adorned makes it look very appealing. There is not much change in the way the wheel arches are designed, but you can clearly see the black cladding all the way on the side right here, and on this particular model you also have this nice black door handle which gives it more of an appeal. There are also roof rails here, but Tata Motors tells us that's for aesthetics and it's not functional on this particular version. Now on the rear, not much has changed except you do get this black cladding here and the NRG symbol along with the Tiago badge right here. So the car overall does sort of improve on the aesthetics of the regular Tiago, but there's a whole lot happening on the inside as well. So come, let's take a look. Now you will be forgiven if you just assume that the NRG is the blackout version of the Tiago, much like what Tata's been doing with cars like the Altros and the Harrier. Now, while it is not really being pushed as an all-black edition, you do get all-black interiors inside the cabin of the NRG. So everything here, right from the dash to the seats, the side as well as behind, are done in black hues. The seats also have great white stitching which looks of good quality. So overall it does give a sense of premiumness, or premiumness as much as you can expect in a cross-hatch in the category in which the NRG sits. Now what also takes that premiumness to another level is this 7-inch infotainment screen here. It's got support for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You can also connect USB. It's got support for Bluetooth audio, and you can also use Park Assist here. So a whole lot happening inside this Harman system as well. And very interestingly, there are 8 speakers all around this car for what Tata promises a great surround sound effect. There is also a completely digital driver's display which is quite easy to see, use, read, and that really improves the drive experience of this vehicle, or it would once we take this car out. Another really interesting thing is the piano black finish on the steering wheel. This is, to me, yet another way of Tata Motors saying that, you know, if you're sitting inside the Tiago, you should still feel like you are in a car that's a segment or two above it. So on that count, it really looks a more premium version of the car that we've known and driven for quite some time now in the market. Dimensionally, not much has changed, so there is really no point talking about the space on the back seat and the shoulder room and the headroom. So if you've been inside a regular Tiago, don't expect the NRG to offer, in terms of dimensions I repeat, something extra. But yes, the ground clearance of the vehicle has improved. In fact, if I put a number, that's 181 millimeters on the NRG compared to the 170 millimeters on the regular Tiago. Now there's nothing new to report from under the hood. It's the 1.2 litre petrol engine that still does the round on the NRG, much like it does inside the regular Tiago. It has worked for Tata Motors for quite some time inside the Tiago, so we feel there is or was no real reason to change it. Of course, as I mentioned, this car claims to tackle bad roads with more poise now, but for that, we'll be taking a first drive review of the Tiago NRG in just a bit. For now, this is all that we have from this edition of HT Auto. Stay tuned for more such interesting videos. This is me, Shubhadeep, signing off.